I'm going to get the excuses out of the way first. I feel like shit. I honestly feel horrible. I feel like somebody literally came to me in the middle of the night, hit me with like a right hook, and my head is like scrambled eggs. Has been all day. Saying that though, still got to get this battle done. Let's try and pick up another W. Hey guys, what's up? IrishEmerald here, and welcome to our Week 9 battle in FIPA. This week we were going up against Wolf Thirds, coach of the Detroit Red Wingles. A link to his draft league profile being in the description down below. As I said in the intro, guys, I feel horrible. I feel like crap, and you're not going to get it for just for this video. You're going to get for the UBL equivalent video as well, because I have to do both battles in one day. But hey, little guy, doggo, you're not supposed to be there. Come on, come here. Oh, look at you. Mwah. Okay, back down you go. Anyways, yeah, feel like shit, but we gotta get done. So look, at least we got playoffs secured. Hopefully we can pick up the W and we'll go from there. Yeah, anyways, his team, as you can see from me here now, consists of Dragapult, Mega Venusaur, Corvic Knight, Arcanine, Obstagoon, Swampert, Florges, Swellow, Omastar, Duosion, and Pikachu. Scary ass team, you guys. He's got Pult. Now for me, I don't think Pult is as scary in Nat decks as it is in Wi-Fi, but it's still a threat nonetheless, and it's a very big threat to our particular team because our steel type is weak to Ghost, so it doesn't really help. Mega Venusaur is a big check as well to Tapu Fini, which would be like an obvious Pult answer. So he's got like he's got an answer to my Pult answer here. Essentially, Corviknight is a big wall, Obstagoon is a big wall breaker, Swampert is able to consistently get rocks up on the field and flip turn. Florges as a switch passer. He's got some really good stuff there. Swellow with the Specs Boom Burst, all that kind of nonsense. It's scary. It's a little bit frightening what he can do and the tools he has to play with. But hopefully we can pick up the W. Look, one more win for me would be great because it helps me with my Draft League World Championship qualification. But look, we're not under as much pressure, say, as our opponent is. If we win, great. We get 7 wins. If not, look, we're in playoffs regardless. So look, I'll show you the team we're going to be bringing. We're bringing in a couple of like different stuff, and we'll see how we do. First Pokemon we are bringing is Morgan Tapu Fini, holding a weakness policy this week with Surf, Moonblast, Store Power, and Calm Mind. This is going to be our Mega Venusaur lore. The idea here is that we're going to be able to come in on, say, a Swampert. We're going to be able to come in on, say, an Arcanine, and we will be able to scare those Pokemon out, or Dragapult for that answer as well. We'll be able to scare those Pokemon out and click Calm Mind the second time on the Mega Venusaur switch, which will go for the Sludge Bomb or Elite Seed to try and scare us out. And then at that point, like, if he clicks the Sludge Bomb, we got +2 Spadef, +4 special attack, Tapu Fini. Does work, so that's the idea behind that. EV wise, bring enough speed to outspeed the Mega Venusaur, so we can always get a Calm Mind up against it, so we can get up to +2 before we take the Sludge Bomb. 252 special attack, so we hit as hard as we possibly can, and then the rest is just put into HP. Hopefully the lure works. We'll see how it goes. After that, I'm bringing Slayer, our Mega Mage Champ this week, rocking out with Zen Headbutt, Drain Punch, Thunder Punch, and Baton Pass as the moveset. EV wise, enough speed to outspeed the Arcanine. Every now is just 252 attack, touch in bulk. That's basically it. Zen Headbutt is there as the Mega Venusaur answer to, so we have another Pokemon to break through it. Drain Punch, standard, fighting type move for Mega Medicham. Thunder Punch is there for the Corvic Knight. The combination of Thunder Punch and Drain Punch will be able to break through any Corvic Knight, so we're good there. And Baton Pass with the Florges, because I've just figured we could probably pivot around and like get ourselves into a better position by bringing it by Baton Pass on Florges rather than trying to break through it with the Poison Jab. So bring the Baton Pass instead of the Poison Jab. It just gives us a little bit more momentum. We'll be able to get Age Slash in then, chip away at, and I think that'd be a little bit nicer. Be able to get Tapu Fini and kick a Calm Mind against the Florges, chip away at like that as well. So it just gives me another option to be able to bring in the Tapu Fini on the Florges and set up in front of it. So yeah, that's the idea behind that. Next up, I'm bringing Beast, our Lando T, and this is our obstacle answer because it's a very, very scary threat. Standard Lando T set here, or defensive Lando T set with Stealth Rock, U-turn, knock off, EQ, nothing crazy. EV wise, I'm bringing enough Fizz Def so that Obstagoon, Gut Flame or Guts boosted Obstagoon's Facade never does more than 50% to us, so we kind of come in, we eat that up. That's without the Intimidate. Eat that up, move on, then we can click Knock Off, U-turn, or EQ. You kind of get what I mean there. So really, really nice. 12 speed, so we can do a little bit of speed creeping. 72 in Spadef, so we can sponge a Dragapult hit a little bit better. And that's basically it. After that, Nagatoro Greninja is coming this week with the choice specs. Yes, we're doing something that's a touch different. He's got nothing within that like 95 to like that 100 to 120 speed tier. So I am going to abuse it. That's it. That's basically it. I'm going to abuse it. He's got Spudder that'll be able to speed my Greninja, fine, but we're going to abuse it. That's what I'm going to do. I'm rocking out with spikes because I'm going to be able to force the Mega Venusaur to switch in whenever I come in on, say, the Arcanine. You kind of catch my drift. So that's going to be really nice. U-turn for pivoting. Hydro Pump with the specs can like break through a Florges. It can break through... It won't be able to break through the Mega Venusaur, but it's a Mega Venusaur. You got to respect that. But it'll break through the Corviknight if it's a fully split F Corviknight, which is great. And then Dark Pulse is there just as another move that if we want to hit the Venusaur for damage. I could bring the extra sensory, but I just think Devotion could be a thing. I want to be able to touch that. And I'd rather pivot out into, say, the Aegislash if Mega Venusaur comes in, or our Thunder, or into our Thunder, or something else like that. And I think if we see the Mega Venusaur come in, we'll just U-turn. Guess spikes, U-turn, that kind of thing. And then later in the game, Greninja can hit Hydro Pumps and win us the game. Speaking of Aegislash, we are bringing Paladin again this week, rocking out the spell tag. Slightly different set, and we're rocking out Shadow Sneak, Iron Head, Shadow Ball, King Shield, a little bit more on the def side. I'm bringing enough speed to make sure we can outspeed a 0 speed. For Florges, actually, as just speed creep Florges with like 4-8 into speed, so just a little bit more than usual. So I'm bringing a touch more than that. I'm bringing a little bit of speed so that we're able to just take hits from the Florges from the Pult a little bit better. Like the 252 HP helps us a lot with that. 84 on special attack is to ensure that we're able to 4KO like one of us with Def Corviknights. So the idea behind that is if he's some sub bulk up set, that's just he's never going to set up that up in front of my Aegislash, which is great because it could do something wild like that with the power trip. Corviknight can have, it could be a little bit special. It could have some tech like that. And then how are you wondering, like we're offensively tuned for this week for like with our moveset. There we go, words again. I'm not feeling too good, but the reason why I don't have the investment is because I don't need it. I don't need it to deal damage. I don't need to 2-KO the Florges. I don't need the investment to 2-KO the Dragapult with the Shadow Sneak, and that's basically it. And with the combination of rocks and spikes, we will be able to get. We should be able to. We're pulled down to the point where Shadow Sneak will be able to kind of come in and kill. And that's probably how I'm going to deal with Pull, because I see Pull coming in and coming out. So if we just got to be, cute about it and bring in Aegislash and just click the Shadow Sneak when we can, and go from there. And we got to keep Aegislash around until Pult is gone. If Pult is gone, then we know Pult is was removed. Aegislash is a little bit more freer, but Aegislash is very important to remove to revenge against Pult and clear off the Florges. That's that. And last but not least, we are bringing Zeus, our Thunderous, who hasn't really come lately, but is coming this week. I'll break down the moveset first. Thunder Wave, Grass Knot, Psychic, Thunderbolt. EV wise, again, I'm just going to abuse that speed tier again that he doesn't have. I'm bringing Modest, 244 speed, enough speed to outspeed the Arcanine, and then we're hitting everything else outside it. And that's it. That's it. We kind of come in, click moves, do like, we're not going to 2-KO anything, right? But we're going to be doing like 40%, and that's going to cause people to be like, oh wait a minute, like that's a chunk. So I'm liking that, so I've said screw it, that's good enough for me. Now the idea here was I was stuck between having a really good pull dancer but I would end up being very passive against Corviknight, and so that was one thing. Like I could have brought, let's say, Amoonguss, right? I could have brought Amoonguss as a better pull dancer that could just come in and sit in front of it, but Corviknight is always going to beat that, so I wasn't too keen on that. And then that just meant Corviknight could come in while I'm trying to set up hazards, go for default, go for roost, go for bulk up, go for subs. You see what I mean? So that just gave Corviknight a little bit too much room to maneuver. I wasn't a fan of that, so I figured let's go with the Thunderous because I get more offensive momentum that way. And then the other side of it is if he brings in Pult to beat Thundy, I can get my Thunder Wave off on Pult, and then that slows Pult down entirely, and then all of a sudden Greninja beats it, my Medicham can beat it with the Zen Headbutt, the Tapu Fini can beat it with the Moonblast, I can actually go for Shadow Ball with the Aegislash rather than going for a Shadow Sneak, and that will cause So I thought that's probably our best bet there. I just figured it just gives me really good offensive momentum if we force in the pull, which he might do because we might just go T-Wave, Grass Knot, Psychic. Pull comes in then and I just click Thunder Wave. And if I get Thunder Wave off on Dragapult and Thunder goes down, that's a fair enough trade for me. Because at that point, every time Corviknight Knight comes, like, I just don't have to worry about Pult Revenge killing everything. I can just worry about breaking through the Corviknight Knight. Okay, how do I do that? Okay, I have Greninja that could 2 KO'd. I have Medicham that could 2 KO'd. Great. You know, what happens if Mega Venusaur comes in? Like, you know, I don't have to worry about Pult coming into Revenge Kill. You see what I kind of mean there? So we're going to rock out with this and hopefully it will do the work. Obviously, that's not the most optimal way of going about, but I think we're going to be fine. But yeah, with that being said, let's get up into the battle. Alright guys, here we are in the battle. As you can see, he's brought Obstagoon, Venusaur, Corviknight Knight, Swellow, Swampert, and Florges. No Dragapult. Very happy not to see the Dragapult, won't lie. It's good for us. It means we don't have to worry about having to deal with that kind of shenanigans, which is really, really good. Obstagoon is a big threat, but we do have the Lando T to deal with it. Mega Venusaur, big threat, but we do have our lures in to kind of bring that in and try and beat it. Corviknight Knight, as I was saying in Team Builder, that can be multiple of things, but we do have a Thundy. Swellow, that's a problem, right? That Specs with the Scrappy, we're going to have to keep Aegislash around a good bit in order to try to deal with it and see how we go from there. Calm Mind, Tapu Fini can't help us deal with that. Swampert will stick around, but it will eventually go. Florges, we're going to have to try and beat that thing as well. Now, who am I expecting here as a lead? He could very well lead with the Swellow, the Corviknight Knight, or the Swampert. They're all relatively good leads. The Corviknight Knight, because he'll be able to just come in, sponge hit, and you turn about. The Swellow will just be able to outspeed my whole team. The Swampert can just come in, set up rocks, flip turn if necessary. So with that being said, I could lead with if I'm predicting any of those three, I should probably go into my Greninja, or I can lead with my Thundy. Leading with Thundy might not be the worst thing in the world. If he goes out into the Swampert, I can just get a Grass Knot off, get that thing broken. I think if he leads out with anything else, I can just vote. We could just, you know, we can click Psychic or something like that. So Thundy doesn't look like a bad option to me. Either that or it's the Greninja. Spikes up in this game will be very, very important as well. Getting rocks will be very, very important. I think in my head I've gone with the Thundy lead here, so I'm going to lead with Thundy. I'm going to see what happens. He does indeed lead with this thing. Interesting he leads with this thing right off the bat. If I led with this with the Mega Medicham, that would have been nuts. I'm going to go for the Psychic. If it goes into Obstagoon, we just go right into our Lando T. I'm going to go with the Psychic. You know, he might want to stay and go for his lead seed. We're going to pop a Psychic off. Then he's just going to see big damage come in. I think he probably goes into the Obstagoon. He might go into the Swampert as well, predicting the Volt Switch. It's one of those two. If he goes onto the Obstagoon, I'm not worried about that. Obstagoon will look to probably go for the knockoff on the Lando T. Look, we come in, we take -1, we get rocks off. He actually elects to stay in there. Takes 41%, goes for the lead seed. As I said, he might do. That's fine. That is okay. Now, what we're going to do here, I could bring the Aegislash on a Giga Drain or a Sludge Bomb. We could also go into Mega Medicham here. We can go into Mega Medicham here. We can do that. Knock off, yeah. Not happening today. We're going to Mega Evolve, and you are not staying in here. You are probably going to go out into, say, Swampert, I think. So I am going to just Mega Evolve and Baton Pass, as you actually go into the Corviknight Knight instead. I'm cool with that. We are going to go right out into Zeus. And I am going to go for a... I think we just go for another Psychic, as in comes Swampert. 22%. I think we go, as you see lefties, Grass Knot here. I'm just going to get damage off. You might want to get rocks up here. I'm just going to go for the Grass Knot. Just getting damage off. 69%. You know, we're going to get another chunk off this thing. So I'm quite happy with all that. We're seeing the Venusaur's got Leech Seed. He's got the knockoff. In comes the Florges. I'm okay with this. I know I've kind of revealed some of my moveset here, but it's not the end of the world. I think we can go into my Tapu Fini here, because he might want to go Wish. And then I can go Calm Mind, as he might switch into the Venusaur. And then I can go Calm Mind again, and we can actually perform our Tapu Fini lure here. And I think that's worth it because other than Obstagoon, we should be able to deal with sub. Okay. There's sub. I'm just going to click the Calm Mind here. I outspeed. What you going to do? You're going to Calm Mind as well. Right, okay. Well, we're just going to get up, so. This is going to be scary, but we'll see how we go. What are you doing? What are you going to do? Now my stored power is... I'm just going to click it. Let's remove this sub. Let's just remove this sub. It's gone. You go for another Calm Mind. I'm okay with that. I'm going to go for another stored power. 21%. That's not great. 57%. That's not great. This Lourdes could be... This Lourdes is an issue, but definitely want to keep this thing around. I can't afford to let him get another sub off. I can't afford it, but he might just go for it here. I'm going to go for the Calm Mind, and if he goes for the sub, then he does indeed. We will break it here. I just couldn't. If I went for the store power there, he would have got the sub off, and we wouldn't have broken through it. That's a problem. That's a problem. That is legit. That's straight up a problem right there. That is an issue. Now, how do I want to break through this? How do I want to break through this? I need a Mega Medicham. I need the Land OT. See, the issue is I need to bait him. I need to bait him into clicking a move, into trying to smack me. I need to bait him into doing that. I need the Land OT for this Obstagoon. If I don't, then Obstagoon wrecks me. I need the Aegislash to actually beat this thing. I need the Medicham then to come in and eventually beat it. This is not good, you guys. He could beat me here. Let me think. If he goes out into Greninja, he's just going to set up another sub and then knock me out. I have to go out into Land OT, I think. And I gotta go EQ and just have him beat me. That's fine. That's unfortunate, but it is what it is. And we're gonna go out to our Aegislash, and I gotta click the Iron Head. It's obviously all very unfortunate, but it is what it is. Now at least we got rid of that Florges, but that Florges has done just way too much, way too much. And this thing can now beat my whole team, essentially. I'm just going to King Shield first. As he goes for the knockoff, he obviously get -1 attack. There's the Defiant. That obviously sucks. I am going to need Medicham this game to basically win me the game. Like, that's just a foregone conclusion. I need this Aegislash around to beat this Swellow. So I need Medicham and Aegislash to win me this game here. Now, what does Greninja give me? Greninja gives me a way to break through the cover knife with Spadef, and I can potentially live a hit off the Swellow. Gives me spikes as well. How do I get spikes in this game? Probably against the Swampert. So I think we have to sack the Thundy here. Don't think we have an option but to sack it. We actually lived that hit. I'll take that. And I think I'm going to T-Wave because you might be scarred. Oh, fuck it, I keep forgetting that. Well, look, I'm just going to say I'm not feeling too good, so we'll put it down to that. Our Medicham should be able to do well here. We're just going to Drain Punch. That's a bad play. That's all not going good so whatsoever, but hopefully we'll be okay. That does 40%. Do we see Rocky Helmet? We do. That's okay. I'm just going to go for the T-Punch here. That gets us down low. We're going to see we see U-Turn instead. Who do you go out into? The Swellow? Alright, that's okay. Swampert instead. Your lefties. I could go out, I could click Drain Punch here. I think I have to click the Baton Pass though. So let me do that. And so you might want to click Flip Turn. But I'm just going to go into my Greninja. There's the EQ. He just went for damage. He went for straight up damage there. I think he's going to go out into his Mega Venusaur. So I am going to... Do I want to get a spike up here? No, I can't afford it. I have no answer going into this Mega Venusaur, so I have to U-turn here. He has gone for his Flip Turn. So I got to go into my Mega Medicham. If he went for the EQ, which he did, GG's. GG's. I should have just clicked the Hydro. I thought he would be a little bit clever there, but he just took his kill, which was the right thing to do. I think we just click the, if you go, it might go into Mega Venusaur here. I think I just gotta click the dark. Actually, you know, no, we just click Hydro. Alright. Bit perplexing. I could click Shadow Ball. I think we might be able to outrun this guy. Yeah, I think we outrun. I'm gonna click the Shadow Ball. Yeah, we do outrun. Swamper's gonna go down. Fuck me. Not a good day at the office, guys. The floor just set absolutely threw us off. That was well played by him. No, that was well done. I have to give him 10 out of 10. That floor just got me. That straight up got me. I did not expect it. I probably should have done prepped a little bit better for that. I wasn't expecting the floor just to do what he did, but it did. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Had I been more wiser to it, it's very smart prep. I give him 10 out of 10 for that, because he actually will force a sub on me most of the time when he brings that in. That's really smart prep. I gotta give him 10 out of 10 for that. I wasn't aware on that at all. So yeah, no, GG's to our opponents. GG's. Look, thankfully we're in playoffs. I'm not overly concerned, but obviously that sucks. But yeah, definitely go check him out. Link to his draft league profile in the description down below. Look guys, I'm sorry if I wasn't at 100% today. I'm just, I feel like muck, honestly. But you know, that's not to take away from my opponent whatsoever. He prepped excellently, so I gotta give him 10 out of 10. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it there, folks. Click the like button down below for me, click the subscribe button, click that bell icon. We're still in playoffs, so we got one more week of regular season, and then we're straight into playoffs, so hopefully we do well there. And yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up there today, folks. And click the link to Twitch in the description down below. I gotta stop the video. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.